So, hello everyone. Today I'm here with a very special guest. His name is Kyle Jourdan. So, Kyle, could you introduce yourself, please?
Yeah, good to meet you all. I'm Kyle Jourdan. I run the AI practice for Qlik. What that means is, I get to spend a lot of awesome time out in the field with customers and partners to understand, what AI projects are people working on, what data projects are they doing around those AI projects, and what tools or capabilities do they feel like they need in order to facilitate delivery of those projects. And then I take all that feedback that I'm hearing about, how they're using the products that Qlik is building today, and what they need from us, and work with our research and development teams to make sure that we're prioritizing building the capabilities that are making their lives easier and making it easier for them to consume data and analytics and AI in their organization.
Well, that's great. So, what you say that is the most challenging part of this role, like to get the feedback from the customers, to understand their needs? What's your feeling about this?
Yeah, it's always a challenge to kind of find the areas to prioritize, right? Especially in the AI space. The world is changing very quickly around what people are expecting, what capabilities they're looking for, how they expect them to work, and so to kind of consume all the different use cases that we hear every day from customers and partners, and then decide which ones are the ones that are going to bring the most ROI or the most value to the business if we can help deliver them. So it's really a question of prioritization. We wish we could build everything for everyone, but we have to kind of decide what areas we think are going to bring the most strategic value to organizations.
That's perfect. So this year at the a Qlik event, the AI reality tour, I heard a phrase called garbage in, garbage out. And that leads me to the next question. Why is building like a strong data foundation is important for AI, especially considering the AI investments for the company's ROI?
Yeah, so I think that adage, garbage in, garbage out, that's been around for a long time. It's applied to kind of every aspect of data and analytics. It applies even more so now to AI because AI has a lot of unique challenges, especially around kind of validity. Hallucinations have become quite a well-known phenomena with AI, and getting people to use it responsibly and consume that information in the right way in a business is a really challenging task because we need to get trustworthy, reliable information coming out of our AI products that we can make business decisions around. And so building a strong data foundation is more critical than ever to making that possible. And more importantly, on top of that foundation for our AI, to be able to provide products that people can consume in a way that they trust and rely on those. So, through the Qlik Talent Cloud, we've introduced a lot of capabilities over the last year around making it not only the traditional capabilities that we had around moving data from source systems to targets, transforming that data in any way that you need to get it cleaned and ready for AI. But more importantly now to build data products that people can consume and see things like our AI trust score, where they can understand, how fresh is this data, how complete and reliable and up to date is it, in a way that users can say, okay, this is something that I want to be using to make informed decisions that my AI products can consume and then give information to our users.
That's a good collocation, Kyle. Personally, I have been using the Qlik AI Trust Score, and like it works great for the data sets. You can configure a bunch of the syntactic and semantic keys, so it's a very great tool. And I'm really glad that Qlik has been doing those updates over the year. So organizations now, they are trying to build AI for lots of things, right? And what you would say that are the primary challenges for them to build up those architectures?
Yeah, so we just talked about the AI data readiness, right? So being able to make sure that we have data sets and foundations that are complete and trustworthy and reliable, that our users can consume with confidence. And then a lot of it is, we've heard stats over the years, all the way back from predictive AI, and now especially moving into the generative and agentic AI world, around delivery out of the lab, right? We hear these stats all over the place, something like 80+% of projects in the AI world die in the lab, as they say, meaning that the data science team or the ML teams are building them and they complete something, and by the time they finish their project, the business has moved on from the use case that they initially requested the AI project for, right? Or the AI team delivers something that is not quite in line with how the business expects to use that outcome. And so really a lot of our focus at Qlik in the AI world is how do we get faster time to value or time to delivery in these AI projects? So how do we make it so that the business can have an idea and then say, okay, let's go execute on that idea and deliver something to our end users as quickly as possible so the business can realize the value when it needs to see the value. And so that's really, I think, one of the biggest challenges we see and that we're always trying to address with our products is how do we make it so that you can actually deliver something to the end user and not just build a model that gets stuck in some sort of data science lab, if you will.
So, Kyle, last question. What we can expect from the event that's happening in Glendale, Arizona on the October 22? We will have like some conversations about AI and those challenges that you just mentioned that organizations can face. What are you feeling about this?
Yeah, well, now aside from the pickleball, which I'm most excited about, and as an AI person, that's saying a lot that I'm more excited about the pickleball than the AI. I think there'll be a lot of fantastic conversations, with guest speakers that are going to be there to really talk about some of the risk with adopting AI, where there are challenges and where we want to be able to help facilitate those challenges so that we can get adoption in the organization. To kind of hear conversations around what projects people are working on, what types of AI projects are people prioritizing because they've deemed those to be the most valuable, or maybe the most risk adverse, right? These are the projects that we think are okay, and usually it's some sort of internal project, right? Let's deploy AI internally in a way that we can test and validate it. And then as we get our footing, we'll feel more comfortable to put an AI project out externally to customers of ours, right? And so I think there'll be a lot of fantastic conversations around the types of projects people are working on, the risks and the challenges associated with those projects, and then what tools and what teams and kinds of people we can use to get over those risks and to accelerate the delivery of those projects that you're working on.
That's perfect, Kyle. So if you are listening us and you are from the Arizona area, you can definitely check this event. Kyle, thank you so much for your participation. And last comments so we can finish this off?
No, looking forward to seeing everyone in Arizona and the conversations. Really excited for it.
Yes, sounds good. So everyone, I will see you there. Bye bye.